Without a doubt, we know that my daughter was not a drug user, and I had a second autopsy myself, paid out of pocket, because we felt so uncomfortable with the way it was handled.
Hey, it's your boy Tony Amore of Urban Crimes TV, and I'm back with another video. But before we get started, I would love for you to take a quick second to subscribe to my channel, turn on that notification bell, and please smash the like button so that I'm able to bring you the latest information concerning crimes that plague the urban communities across America. Now let's get started. So as we all know, the beautiful and courageous 23-year-old LAURENSMITH-FIELDS was mysteriously found deceased on December the 12th, 2021 in her Bridgeport, Connecticut apartment. And after a month later, her family says the hostile police department has made their quest for accountability and justice only more traumatizing. Now, according to earlier statements made by Lauren's mother, Chantel Fields, she stated, "We haven't had any answers since the day we found out that she had actually passed away." She also went on to say that the police told their family repeatedly to just stop calling the police department altogether. Now, with that being said, it sounds like some buffoonery is going on in this situation. Why, during an active police investigation or the loss of a loved one, would the police tell the family to stop calling the police department when asking for answers about their loved one? And just to give you some context, it was said that Lauren actually met an older white man whose name hadn't been released on the dating site Bumble, where her family says he was actually supposedly the person who actually called the authorities about Lauren's tragic demise. While frantically searching for the answer to the question, what happened to Lauren, it was said that the city spokesman urged patience as the investigation into what happened to Lauren continues. Rowena White, the city's communications director, stated, "The challenge is that you just have to wait." Bridgeport, Connecticut Police Department did not respond for multiple requests for comment. So with little to no assistance from the Bridgeport Police Department, the family says they've been uncomfortable with the investigation from the beginning. Lakeem Jeter, Lauren's brother, said that the police told the family that the man his sister met on Bumble was actually a nice guy and that he didn't even need to be investigated. Now, I'm not the one to pass judgment on anybody, but it sounds like some bullshit is definitely going on in this situation. It was only after repeated complaints from the family, friends, and the community of Bridgeport that city officials even began to look further into Lauren's death. From what's being said, apparently one of the responding officers since has been removed from the case pending an internal investigation. The city of Bridgeport did confirm that, but didn't expound on the details. The Fields family attorney, Daryl Crossland, alleged that the officer, Detective Kevin Cronin, disregarded basic protocol when first responding to the case, including failing to properly notify Lauren's family of her death. Chantel Fields says that the way she found out about her daughter's passing was from a note that was actually left on the door by the building landlord on December the 13th, stating, "If you're looking for Lauren, call this number." I know that woman was 38 hot. But the city of Bridgeport insists that several unsuccessful attempts to contact the family were actually made.
It's killing me inside. I miss my baby.
The mother of 23-year-old LAURENSMITH-FIELDS of Bridgeport says her family's world came crashing down 10 days ago when her daughter was found dead inside her apartment on Plymouth Street, under what the family describes as mysterious circumstances. The medical examiner has not yet released the cause of death, and investigators aren't commenting.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel.
Lauren was a familiar face to YouTube audiences. Her family says she had been a track star at Stanford High School and was now studying physical therapy at Norwalk Community College. A sweet child, they say, who had blossomed into a beautiful young woman who had the whole world at her feet. They say Lauren had met, quote, an older white man on the dating app Bumble, and it was he who alerted police to Lauren's death. The family says they are not satisfied with answers they got from an investigator.
I asked him about the guy. He just made it seem like the guy was a nice guy. It was nothing to investigate.
The only contact that we have had was from a very insensitive, condescending, and arrogant detective.
Lauren's dad reading a scathing statement saying police failed to extend the most basic courtesies and told his family to stop calling. Councilwoman Maria Pereira says police owe Lauren's mom an apology.
She sent a really well-written email, and I was shocked when just yesterday she told me she had not even received a response.
A mom who's left to plan her daughter's funeral just days before Christmas says she's struggling to find a path forward.
Life is not the same. I don't know who I'm going to be after this.
White maintains that the investigation into Lauren's death is actually ongoing and currently active, and awaits the full medical examiner's report, which could actually take months. She also added that the coroner's initial report on the physical evidence determined that there was no foul play involved. When there's no foul play, there's no crime, White said. That doesn't mean the cause of death isn't being investigated. She went on to add that the man who was with Lauren at the time has been fully cooperative with police. Now, while the city contends that police will thoroughly investigate Lauren's death, citing an 80% homicide solvability rate in 2021, the family still has their doubts. Her father, Everett Smith, said he actually paid for a second autopsy out of his pocket because of how the investigation was being handled by the Bridgeport Police Department. The second report has not been completed. Meanwhile, the family continues to deal with the death of Lauren, whom her mom described as the light of our family. After the immediate shock of learning of their daughter's death and gaining access to her apartment, the Fields said that they noticed immediately that the police had not collected some of the evidence inside of her place. They said that when they went in the bathroom, they actually found a condom with semen inside. Elsewhere in the apartment, they found a pill that kind of resembled what could be a sedative. Crossland, the family's attorney, said that police failed on the first day of the investigation. There's a typical protocol that's followed when you have a situation like this, Crossland told Yahoo News. If you have a husband or a wife or a boyfriend or girlfriend call the police because one of them is dead, typically the person who is surviving is pivotal in the investigation. Most times, they are looked at as the main suspect because they were the last person to be seen with the deceased. And in this particular case, the police have been very hesitant to every call this person, to be able to call this person a person of interest. It's appalling that we have to prosecute our own cases, Crossland added. The family has the right to know that the police consider this case as serious as any other case, and they just haven't gotten that. White says that all of Bridgeport wants to resolve this case, and that there is one commonality between the city, the police, and the family of LAURENSMITH-FIELDS, and that's that everyone's enduring pure agony while they wait. Well, that's going to do it for another episode of Urban Crimes TV. And to the family of LAURENSMITH-FIELDS, may God continue to strengthen you and keep you while you endure this agony of waiting on the Bridgeport Police Department to do their job. Just know that we will always remember the name of LAURENSMITH-FIELDS. May she rest in heaven, her beautiful soul, and God bless you. Now, if you're new to my channel, remember to hit that subscribe button. Also turn on your notification bell. And please give this video a thumbs up. Remember, no one can tell our stories like we tell our stories. Be blessed.